Hard work. Less sleep. Oh my god, I need to sleep.
It's hard, it's difficult, but it's good because you only study the subjects you like.
Coffee.
Annoyance.
But it's a lot of work. A lot of work. Like a lot of work. Like too much work.
Like a lot of work.
Sadness.
It's not a three-headed monster.
When you're choosing your subject, it's really important to think where those subjects are going to take you. So what university courses they're going to apply to. And
organization, that's fundamental. Always organize your stuff.
But also remember not to choose subjects that are above your ability, because if you can't do them, you're not going to get a good grade.
Don't leave all your studying for the exams. Do it during the year.
If you can't study in one part of the room or just in any part of your house, just move around until you find the right place to study.
Don't spend time on stupid things and silly games.
The things you do in school, study it the same day so that you can keep up.
Work during your freeze, don't mess about.
Think a lot about doing maths cards. But if you really want to and you really need to, then it's one of those subjects where you have to go home every day and look over everything you did in class.
Do all of your work as soon as possible. Really make sure that you stick to the deadlines, because if you do, then the IB isn't as hard as it seems.
You start from day one and to do their notes like really well, so then they don't have to rush for like the exams.
Keep like a list of all the deadlines you have for all the homeworks and all the work, because there's so many and you'll probably get lost with all.
Don't do drugs. And stay in school, so remember that.
The biggest mistake that Year 12 students make is
starting off Year 12 with the supreme confidence of a great set of GCSEs. Big mistake.
I always try to pass on this big advice that they need to think before they act.
Think that you can go through the IB without developing a dialogue with your teachers.
Problems for Year 12 students often begin in Year 11 with their initial subject choices. They don't necessarily take the advice of their subject teachers, nor do they consult widely enough regarding the entry requirements for higher level subjects and competitive university.
The biggest mistake that Year 12 students make is to
do not do enough of the course in Year 12 and leave a lot of the work until Year 13. I think it's very important that in Year 12 they manage to establish a very solid and regular work routine.
They don't really understand the nature of the IB, and they seem to think that they can begin the IB sometime after Christmas.
A Year 12 student should use the opportunity to enjoy all the opportunities that students give. It's your year to be in a sports team, to be in a play, to take your musical instrument to the next stage, as well as doing your work and having fun at the weekends as well.
Very important that Year 12 students use time in Year 12 to do things which they don't normally, which they've not had time to do in the past, or certainly won't have as much time to do in Year 13.
We want to have all the privileges of an IB student, but in the beginning at times, although they want to have the privileges and be treated like young adults, they tend to act in a different way, in a sort of a childish manner, but it doesn't take them very long to understand that to be able to have these privileges, you have to behave in a different way.
Deadlines.
Deadlines start to build up.
Okay.
If I jump on you, you're gonna collapse.
So many deadlines.
Keep your eye on the big picture. Keep the goal that you have at the end of the IB in mind, and realize that it's unlikely that you will reach that goal as quickly as you'd like to unless you really do make the best of those IB years.
Deadlines.
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 You have to keep to them, or you'll like get used to not keeping to them, and then you get to exams and you'll fail.
Year 13 is probably one of the toughest years in your life you'll ever have academically, often worse than your first couple of years of university. And so really make tracks in year 12. Make the most of the time. Make sure that you've got your various subjects under control. Talk to your teachers. If you're having trouble, don't be afraid to admit it. Go talk to them. That's what they're there for, and they will help you develop strategies to deal with your problems. Don't try to fight it alone.
Enjoy this, because it's 2 years of your life, and if you're going to spend it complaining and feeling that you're suffering under a heavy burden, then you have just stolen 2 years from yourself. So you must enjoy your 2 years in the IB.